I've seen all good people. It's already afternoon. Where have I been? It's a good question. I'm asking that myself. I'm busy, but there's no excuse for not coming first thing in one's day to one's best senses. And one's best senses comes from spending time with oneself and investigating what that means in these moments. Maybe even taking notes. Becoming better prepared for one's accomplishments during your day and possibly for obstacles. Getting alternatives ready. Making a greater potential. We're making positives rather than negatives. Oh, I've let myself down a little bit today. It's an interesting and slightly uncomfortable feeling. And I wanted to be honest about it as well. Being here now. Paying with a heightened sense of awareness to oneself. To the sounds in one's mind, possibly of the universe. To the feeling of one's skin, the warmth. And through the processes of breathing, longer and slower and deeper and more relaxing, more calming, more at ease. Yet being observant, being a witness, non-judgmental, non-biased, being curious, smiling. Being aware that one's body is pulsing with the effort of one's own heart squeezing oxygenated blood into the vascular system, the arteries, to maintain and sustain our lives, our life energy. Putting into context this marvel that we share, this DNA created body we have. And this is universal, I'm sure. If someone is from Mars or from Venus or from Earth, the basics are more or less probably, in my humble opinion, going to be the same. Because look at all the different species on our Earth who breathe and have hearts. So, and even the fish in the seas. So, thinking how incredible this all is. How each of us has a unique perspective on this because of our own complexity, because of our own very long and detailed trail of DNA, where we have come from in every imaginable way, being humbled in awe of the sense of reverence that we can feel, be, in considering the majesty of just one person's existence, birth, life, a generation of evolution. It's pretty amazing stuff. The processes, these two, being aware of them. Vibration or shimmering of energy, ecstatic energy, essence of life energy, if one focuses upon it. It has a celebratory nature to it. It is exuding life, energy, heat. It's amazing. Thinking about these things when we usually do not. and having a sense of gratitude because we are impressed by what we're feeling and seeing about ourselves and what's going on in this universe of ours and our unique selves, our individualities. It's a lot to take in, thinking about the energy that binds us all into the oneness of creation. Remembering with heartfelt thanks and humility for a creation over 14 billion years old. Energy that we can't really fathom is what makes us up. So we can't understand that which we are made of. Yes? No? Think about it. We can't fathom the depth of the energy of creation. Think of the manifestations of energy that we do understand. What we understand is the analogy of a wood beam. To find a wood beam 20 feet long and to pull a hair from your head and place it crosswise on the beam and to step back a few feet. You won't even notice what we know. This is the point. That's how much of the spectrum of energy that we perceive. So science says. So the very small 1,000th of 1% of what we perceive, and then everything else. It shouldn't come as too much of a surprise to us that there's a great deal that we don't understand. ESP, extrasensory perception, is such a category of energy. We don't even know, right? How long ago was it that people were talking about microwaves? Not that long. Since I've been alive. Etc. All these different things, all these different wavelengths, all these different possibilities. And yet, it also is what we are made of. And so, the oneness comes in. Everything shares this basic inherent energy of creation. Everything is made of this. Twisted, turned, changed, of course. Understood. Everything has its uniqueness. Yes, understood. Everything is also changing. Yes, we understand this. So there's quite a lot going on in this being we call ourselves, this supercomputer we call by our names. We are all bundles of miracles. And it is humbling to become more aware. And it is with a great deal of graciousness and sense of thankfulness we share for how lucky we are to have a part to play. Have a great rest of your day. Linger if you'd like for another minute. Namaste.